The last time we celebrated Mass in public here at St. Mary's was the weekend of March 15th. And while none of us could have predicted at that time what was coming, we knew that we were all about to experience something we had never experienced before. So as we celebrated the Eucharist that weekend, way back in Lent, do you remember Lent? All the way back in March, one of the things I said in my homily that day was this. I said that we should not just look at the struggles and the troubles we would all face in the weeks ahead, but I also encouraged us to try to focus on this question. What should Christians look like as we allow Christ to lead us through these troubling times? In other words, I asked our congregation to pay attention to this question. What do Christians look like at a time of pandemic? What do Christians do during a time of difficulty? Well, today I'd like to share with you just part of the answer to that question. What do Christians do during a time of difficulty? Specifically, what have you done, you, the parishioners of St. Mary's, what have you done in the past 2 months? As your pastor, I can say the following without equivocation. You have done amazing things during this quarantine. Now, in saying that, I just want to be crystal clear. I do not have a webcam hidden in every one of your houses. I do not know the details of what you have done each and every day of this quarantine. But from my conversations with many of you over the past 2 months, I know that you have been doing amazing things at home and at work during this quarantine. You have been revealing Jesus, the love of Jesus, in so many ways. From what I've heard, you have taken care of your lonely neighbor. You've helped your children do their schoolwork at home every day. You have created a loving environment in which children feel safe, loved, and protected. You've gone to work, or you've figured out creatively how to work from home. Some of you have served as medical professionals right there on the front lines of this pandemic. What else have you done? Well, you've done countless acts of kindness for others. You've stayed home to protect those who are vulnerable, even though you may want to get out of the house and get back to normal. And you have donated some of the most precious material in the United States. You have donated toilet paper to the church so that we could give it to people who just can't get to the store. You have done so much that no one else will ever know about, no one except the Lord who loves you. And there's one more thing that I know that you've done during this time of quarantine, and I'd like to tell you about it today. As pastor of St. Mary's, it's my privilege to collaborate with our administrative staff and our finance councils to ensure that the financial operations of our parish are carried out in a responsible and transparent way. And recently, in phone calls and emails, parishioners have asked, how's the parish doing in terms of finances? So today it is my privilege to offer you this interim report to highlight the amazing generosity of the St. Mary's community and to give you an update about what you are accomplishing through your generosity. Everyone has had to make adjustments in order to adapt to the challenging circumstances of this current pandemic. Our leadership teams quickly developed a plan to ensure the financial stability of the church and the school. Cost-saving measures were put into effect immediately. We understand that everyone must adjust at this time. Some families are dealing with financial uncertainty due to a job loss. Many of us are uncertain about what the future months will hold. Here at St. Mary's, we are praying for every family who's dealing with financial stress at this time, and we stand ready to assist those who might need practical help in the days and weeks and months ahead. If you or someone you know needs help, please contact us here at the parish. And even in this time of uncertainty, the people of St. Mary's have shown extraordinary generosity. You have done amazing things during this quarantine. While national trends show a decrease of 12 to 19% in donations to churches all across the country, you, the people of St. Mary's, have increased your donations to the parish. At the end of April, your giving to the parish was up 3% over last year's giving. And that's up over 4% over the budgeted amount that we were counting on for this year. Your donations to the parish are on budget for the month of May. Since the 1st of January, over 290 new families have signed up to support the parish through e-giving. That's an amazing trend, and it's particularly important since e-giving allows your financial support to sustain the parish even when we can't gather for Mass. In March, we asked you to donate grocery store gift cards so that we could effectively assist families who are struggling. So what did you do? You donated over $10,000 worth of gift cards in 6 weeks. Thanks to you, we were immediately able to help 40 families at Creighton Court who were threatened with the loss of nutrition support. And we've helped numerous families who've come directly to the parish seeking assistance. Thanks to you, thanks to your generosity, we were able to send $10,000 to St. Francis Home to help them deal with emergency needs caused by the pandemic. We also made generous gifts to the Little Sisters of the Poor and Sacred Heart Center. Your generosity made it possible for us to send meals to numerous first responders, including emergency room workers at Henrico Doctors Hospital on both campuses. We sent meals to the State Police Regional Office, meals to the Henrico Police Communication Center, and the Henrico Police Maintenance Division. Through your donations, you have fed hundreds of people at the Open Door Ministry at St. Peter's and hundreds more at the Liberation Veterans Services. You've made it possible for us to help people who are living with cancer avoid evictions from apartments. You have made it possible for us to provide assistance to those who were recently released from prison and to help struggling families with food, rent, and job development. In the next few weeks, you will make it possible for St. Mary's to work with Caritas and the Sober Living Program to provide stable housing for people living with addictions. You will make it possible, just in the next few weeks, for us as a parish to provide job resourcing for those seeking employment and meals to those who are hungry. I started this video by making reference to my homily way back in March. And I noted that you have done amazing things during this quarantine. I hope you now understand why I said that. During this most unusual time, you have shown unusual generosity. Through your stewardship, through your generous giving, Your neighbors have received assistance and hope. Thank you. You're doing amazing things. And may God bless you always.